Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about designer looks for less, how to spot them, and how to use them in your home. When it comes to a designer home, it's important to educate yourself on current trends. By studying how designers choose, place, and use different pieces, you can duplicate a similar look in your home. There's always a look for less for any designer piece. It's just a matter of searching online to find it. In this video, I'm going to highlight 7 pieces from Target and the high-end version. For some, I'll even show you the antique style the designer probably used to get their inspiration. When it comes to design, it's important to realize nothing is completely new. It's either inspired by a piece from the past or a combination of styles. Once you know how to spot where a style is from, you'll know how to mix and match high and low to create a designer look for your home. For anyone new to the channel, I'm Nikki D, and I'm your go-to resource for design inspiration, furniture, and decor that's going to make your home look like you hired a designer. If you love all things interior design, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button so that you get future notifications. Let's get right into it. In this video, I covered all of the furniture and home decor that is currently trending at Target. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to take 7 of those styles and we're really going to look at them, see how they have that designer look and the high version of it, and some different spaces of how designers use them. We're first going to look at 2 different accent chairs that Target had. One is the wing arm style that you see here. It's by Studio McGee. It's currently on sale for $288 at 20% off, which is a fabulous deal. So be sure to check it out because I'm not sure how long that sale will last. The second chair that we're going to look at is this one, which is a wood cane chair, also by Studio McGee. And cane is having a moment right now. I'm going to show you different styles that have a similar look, but the price point is much higher. Here we have the Target Velvet Wing Arm Accent Chair. To compare it, we have different versions. Let's first look at the Fritz Hansen pair of easy chairs. This is model 1669, which is the year that this chair was from. This style is an antique. It is available on First Dibs and you can purchase it. However, you can get similar lookalikes from Crate & Barrel, West Elm, or Target, for example. They all have a similar vibe that most likely was inspired by the Fritz Hansen Easy Chair. If we look at the difference between these 3 styles, they all have a similar feeling, but obviously the Target version is a look for less. It comes in at almost half the price of the closest one, which is the West Elm wing chair, and that has a velvet upholstery similar to the Target style. It does have a little bit more of an accentuation in the curves, but it has a very similar feeling. The Crate & Barrel style is the shearling fabric, which is more expensive than the velvet. However, the difference between that or the Fritz Hansen is that it has those bun feet. The arms are a little bit thicker in a different shape, but it still has that similar back tufting on the cushion detail. So you can see from this exercise how Target really is on trend and does look to other inspiring pieces that are currently in the market, and you can get that similar designer look. Now we're going to look at the cane chair. This one is $360 and it has the dark frame with the cane detail on the sides and it has the upholstered linen seat. This one we're going to compare to styles from Anthropologie, Shop Amber Lewis, Crate & Barrel, and a Nathan James outdoor accent chair. First, let's look at the Target style. This one is $360. The next highest price style, it's $430 on sale, and this one is actually an outdoor patio seat, but you could totally use this inside as well, and it has that caning detail all around the sides and then at that bottom piece here. This one has a lighter wood with the light upholstery. There's still contrast, and this would be great for indoor and outdoor spaces. The next style we have is sold out now. This style was from Anthropologie, so that is an example. When you see something on sale, you really have to jump on it because it will go just as quickly as you see it. The next style is a cane chair that has the contrasting in the frame. This one is $1,000 and it is from Crate & Barrel. West Elm also has a style. It has the cane arms. This has the green seat, but you can also get it with the ivory and then the lighter caning detail. I'm showing you all of these just to show you the various prices but the important point that we're looking at is the cane detail on it. Now, this is where it gets very interesting and why I tell you that you need to do your homework when you're researching furniture. This one is from Pottery Barn. It is $1,899. It's the Giselle chair. This style is identical to one that is on Amber Lewis, same style. She's calling it the Joyce chair. Hers is $1,700. So this is the same chair, and there's a price difference of almost $200. Where it gets very interesting is when you go to a store like Perigold, where that same chair, now it's in a different style, darker wood, and it has a darker seat. This one is $1,400. So the highest price that we saw it at was $1,000, almost $800 from Pottery Barn. So this is almost $400 less. What I want to point out is that Four Hands is actually the manufacturer of this chair. They sell it to people like Perigold, and who's a division of Wayfair, and Pottery Barn, and to Amber Lewis. The more that you purchase from a vendor, the better price that you're going to get. So typically furniture stores, because of the volume that they're buying, get a better price than, let's say, designers. This is why you really need to do your research, check all the different sites available online, do an image search of the item that you want to purchase so that you can check and get the best price available and essentially save money. Now we're going to look at the Target faux leather ottoman, which is $90. We're going to compare it to styles from Wayfair, West Elm, the Citizenry, and Article. The faux leather style is essentially vegan. So anytime that you hear vegan leather, like West Elm is calling it vegan leather, that just means that it's not real leather. You may hear from different furniture stores, or even in the fashion industry, you'll hear that leather is a byproduct of the meat industry, but that actually is not the case. Many animals are just kept for their skin only, and it has nothing to do with the meat. That said, you have several options. You have the West Elm vegan leather ottoman, which is $319 compared to the real leather, which is $449. Then you have the two styles from Wayfair, which one has the tufted top. That one comes in at $52.99. And then the second option is $85.99. So both are just slightly under the Target style and have a similar look. The last two that we'll look at is one from Article, which is $250. And then we have the Citizenry one, which is $500. There are a lot of different styles that have this similar look to the Target option, only the price of the Target is definitely a look for less at $90. We're going to look at the different ways that designers will use ottomans in rooms, so stay tuned to the end of the video. Next, we're going to look at the Target cushioned metal and wood ottoman. It comes in at $99.99. This one is similar in feel to the McGee & Co. linen and brass frame ottoman. It has the same pillow top. It has a little bit of a different silhouette. The McGee & Co. one is $475, so there's quite a difference in the price there. I did not find an exact match for the Target style. However, if we look at the mid-century modern boucle armchair that's available at First Dibs, the West Elm armchair, and then this Anthropologie armchair, they all have that similar feeling as the bench. In my opinion, the designer of the Target bench definitely took inspiration from the mid-century modern boucle armchair that you can also see is a version of the West Elm style and the Anthropologie. So this just goes to show that nothing is original and new. Everything is taken from somewhere else, and the inspiration is just combined in a new way. And that goes for any kind of design that you're seeing. We're going to look at the Target linen bolster bench. This has an elevated silhouette. It is very similar in style to the Cherish Chenille Bolster Bench, which is $1,695. The styles on Cherish are vintage and antique, so chances are the inspiration for the Target style may have come from this bench. Other styles that are similar is the one from Perigold, and that one is $1,105 on sale. It's by Four Hands, which is a designer trade resource, so you know it has great quality. Wayfair also has a bench for $860, and then we have another Perigold style for $3,300, and then a West Elm leather bolster bench, and that is almost $3,000, which that one, if I had to guess, is also from Four Hands, because you could tell that it has the same design. So you can see that Target is right on trend with this upholstered bench. Now we're going to look at this accent table from Target. It is definitely a look for less, coming in at $180, Wayfair has a similar style. It's $156. Then we have the Crate and Barrel style, which is almost $300. The Anthropology is almost $300. Again, this is on sale, so jump on it right away if you like it. And then we have the Lulu in Georgia, which is $478. Across the board, they all have a similar look and feel to them. The Target style is definitely a great option at $180. And here's an example in a room of how it just has an elevated organic vibe. This is a Lulu in Georgia space on their website, giving an example of how someone used this table in their room. The last style that we have is the Target drink table. This is an obsession of mine. I just love a cute drink table. We have them in our home, several of them. I've said it before. They're from West Elm, the ones that we have, and they were $100 each. So the Target one at $70 is a great deal. I didn't find an exact match, but there's many similar styles from the Lulu in Georgia version, which is almost $250, the Wayfair, which is almost $270, the Our House style, it's a martini table. That one on sale is $450. Frontgate has a version for $424. And then Williams Sonoma has a marble accent table for $1,195. All of these tables have a similar look and feel. However, the Target style is definitely a more affordable option and a great deal. Just a side note, there is a link below with a PDF download on how to measure and do a floor plan. So be sure that you grab that, because before you put any furniture in your space, you want to make sure that you measure and do a floor plan so you know everything will fit and you avoid returns. Now I'm going to show you the different ways that designers will use these pieces to style a room. This space is from the Four Hands lookbook, and it's a great example of how the velvet chair could be actually styled with the black side table. It'll create a moment and a place to sit down and relax. This room gives an example of how to use accent chairs and ottomans with the drink table and the side tables in a space. This is an example of how you can style the two velvet chairs with a cute table in between. The black one would look great. Here's an example of how the cane accent chair could be styled. You can put one of the faux leather ottomans next to it with a tray on top for a place to sit down and have a cup of coffee. In this space from the Four Hands lookbook, you can see that accent chair, which was the Amber Lewis and the Pottery Barn one. Here it's styled opposite the sofa to create a moment. There's actually two in this room, and it's anchored off of the rug. This is another space that has the caned accent chair, and you can see it has the cute drink table. When it comes to the ways that you can use ottomans in your space, you could put it next to your bed with a book on top. You can style it next to the sofa to create a moment. You can also put it opposite the sofa for extra seating. Here's another example of how they're used for extra seating. Here's an example from the Mickey & Co website of how you can style the linen stool. This is a great example. You could pair it with your foyer table for a moment. You could also style it in front of the fireplace for extra seating. You could also use it for a vanity stool. Here's a great example of how you can style the bench with the bolsters underneath artwork. You can also create a moment at the foot of a bed or use one in your foyer. This is also from the Four Hand lookbook. It shows how an accent chair is paired with this cute side table. Replace that with the black Target version and you'll create a moment in an empty corner of your room. Imagine this room with the black Hourglass table from Target and then paired with the two velvet chairs. Here's an example of a space that was created all using Mickey & Co furniture and decor. Here's a version with the black accent tables from Target. Also, these Sherpa ottomans are from Target, and then that white side table. This is a great example of how you can mix and combine high-low pieces, and no one would ever know the difference because it has an elevated and sophisticated look to it. Imagine replacing this corner moment with the pieces from Target, and that is how you get that designer elevated look in your home. Here's how you could create a moment at the stair landing. And that, my friends, is a wrap. You now know how to use these 7 looks for less from Target in your home to get a designer look. You've seen where the inspiration came from and the high-end options. So if you did want to splurge, all the links are down below for all the products shown in this video, so you can definitely shop high and low for any of the pieces. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up so that you get future notifications. Have a great day and happy designing.